Let's play or let's stream, I should say, the Pokemon Colosseum Randomiser. Now, I'm just here on my own today, and picking up where we left off, we are going to try and working our way up to the top of the building. I'm just here on my own today. Oh, I forgot to mute my own stream. Professional operation here, everyone. Professional operation here. Now, how far up did we make it last time? I don't remember. Not far at all, evidently. So, let's fight this fella. We'll try and work our way up to the top of this old ruined building. There's folks in the way. There are. And Shadow Rush is based off your attack stat. It's all kinds of the attack stat. So Victorbell's high attack and Diglett's low defense is okay. Now that's combustion using minimize. That's an evasion boosting move. That'll make it harder to hit. That can get quite annoying indeed. So I think we'll probably have to try and focus on taking it out. Poor Growth here doesn't have any just as I say, we have to focus on targeting combustion like going. Yeah, that's right. I'm good at games, everyone. Oh, that's Roar Beam, that's nice. Yeah, Super Effect from Victorbell. That's unfortunate. And okay, come on. I wish I had that combustion myself, really. That'd be a nice one. Let's send layer on out. I love Lairon's cry. And it's and I know Mud. Oh, you are just trying to be the biggest little asshole, aren't you? And Growlithe's last move is Teeter Dance. That is. Now I am sure. I'm almost sure we've seen Growlithe. Didn't we already do this? It's been a. I haven't been well, and it's been a couple of weeks since the last session of this. I'm pretty sure we already did this. But this is the only save file I've got. Did I just? I wonder if I forgot to save after the last time. Huh. Oh well. Because Lairon's last move is Leech Life. That's interesting. It's a weak bug move. It's like a bug type absorb on in later gens. It's physical bug type absorb beam special move after they physical special split. Oh, I definitely don't remember fighting this in Battle, so maybe... I don't know. I got the feeling I already remembered Growlithe learning Teeter Dance before. Right, Hunter. Hopefully you can finish this off. Yeah, that's the minimize the Shadow Rush, got it. That's good. Now we need to go back and heal again. It's kind of frustrating having to go back and heal like every battle, but that's the price you pay with randomizers, really. That little glittering thing is the desk, is an Ein file talking about like the backstory of how the Shadow won. It's not even remotely interesting, and it would just be a waste of stream time for me to show it to you. Let's see now. We never really got any moves wise from you folks, did we? Yeah, okay, Rhyhorn's moves are useless, Venomoth. Because Growlithe having Shadow Rush and only Shadow Rush isn't helpful at all, but if I bring Venomoth along, that makes the team pretty critically weak to fire. Let's sub Vigoroth in and see how it goes. I remember the Hypno, we saw a bunch of its moves when we fought it, and we know that they aren't really very useful. So let's... Tailo. Side up here, water. Tailo is normal flying. Tailo is the sort of early game bird thing, the Pidgey of Gen 3. Sort of. There's two of them really. There's Tailo and Wingull. Tailo only evolves once. Evolves into Swellow, which now has an interesting little niche in Guts and Facade. For the early game birds, you know. It's not completely horrible. Most of the early root birds certainly still Noctowl. Stats and move build just not anywhere they need to be to actually be particularly useful. So there's Howl, that's a move that raises your attack one stage, introduced in Generation 3. This is of course, Pokemon Colosseum is a Gen 3 game, so it's Gen 3 rules. Victorbell's doing work. Hope they're going to keep it around. Vigoroth, unless it gets something really great, I'm probably not going to keep because, you know, it evolves into Slacking, and Slacking is very powerful, but its ability means it only moves every other turn. And that's just a liability, especially here in double battles, where they can gang up on you. So unless it knows like Earthquake or something, probably won't keep it around, but it's still more useful than Growlithe. So we might as well sub it in. Or at least potentially more useful than Growlithe. If it turns out that its only good move is, or its only down move is also Shadow Rush, then, well, that doesn't help. Didn't have to heal after that battle, which is nice. Butterfree and Lapras. Lapras is ice water, Butterfree is bug flying. Butterfree, of course, Body Slam! Oh! That is really good, actually. It's Stab Body Slam. That's actually really powerful and really useful. Yeah, look at that. And, yeah, 30% chance to paralyze. I'm definitely keeping that around. That's actually really useful. I might even keep it as a Slag. Or I could just keep it as a Vigoroth and never let it evolve. Of course, high defense. Long trend of having fairly defensively statted ice types. Which is always unfortunate because ice is like the worst defensive typing in the game. That was my phone beeping at me. Excuse me. Should have muted that. Right, check that in a wee bit. So yeah, Butterfree. Note it has a little bit of an interesting niche in the combo of Compound Eyes and Sleep Powder. Compound Eyes, of course, gives you it's a boost to the accuracy of all the moves that you know. I forget the exact number, 30%, I think, maybe. So a fairly low accuracy move like Sleep Powder actually becomes very accurate indeed. And then Butterfree also, I mean, it's not really very useful here because Butterfree doesn't yet have access to the other things that really help make it work. It has a focus in later gens. It can hold a focus sash, which is an item that if you're at full HP will cause, if you take enough damage to KO you, you'll be left with 1 HP instead, and then the focus sash will break. This is extremely useful for something that's got really weak defenses like Butterfree. And then it can also, after Generation 5 and 6, and onwards and everything, it can also learn Quiver Dance. So it can actually make Butterfree into an interesting little niche Pokemon, but here it's pretty weak. I mean, I like it. Butterfree's really cute, and if I could have caught it, I probably would have and used it just because I like it. Personally, it's not very powerful. Of course, bug types in general aren't very powerful at all. This is Gen 3. There's an extreme lack of useful bug types and bug type moves. More importantly, there's the amount of bug type moves is extremely limited, and it's not until Gen 4 that they sort of like filled things out and made them more useful with words, David. Bug, Buzz, and X-Scissor, really helped bring up the usefulness of them. Let's switch things around a bit, just for variety's sake. So here in Gen 3, let's see now, you've got the Signal Beam is in Gen 3. Of course it's still physical because this is pre-physical special split, but the only bug move with any sort of real power to it is still Mega Horn in this, and that has very limited availability. The only bug type that can actually learn Mega Horn is Heracross. Right. Okay, so that's Bulbasaur and Shuppet. Bulbasaur Grass Poison, Shuppet's Pure Ghost. So, I guess we'll be using Hunter's Icy Wind. Oh, Bulbasaur learns Ice Punch! Oh, you're beautiful. Yeah, Bulbasaur's probably going to be the I don't know, that's a powerful. It's like a dragon type Thrash. Attacks for 2 to 3 turns. It's very powerful. Attacks a random target in double battles or the later triple battles that got introduced in Gen 5. It'll attack any of the enemy Pokemon that are in range at random. You can't pick which one. And it's after 2 or 3 turns you should become confused. So like Thrash and Petal Dance. It's generally not. It's there are a few like after I think Gen 4 they started giving it the move wider distribution. So there are a few things that can learn it that aren't. It's a dragon type move. I should mention that. There are a few things that can learn it that aren't dragon types, but yeah, only dragons will ever use it because the only thing dragon is super effective against is dragon, and you really, for a move that locks you in for a couple of turns and then confuses you, you want to be using you need to be getting the stab bonus from it. So you'll only see it in dragon type. But even then, it's a lot rarer in dragon type nowadays because of the existence of the fairy type, and the fairy type means that fairy type is completely immune to dragon moves. So you having outrage is basically just giving someone a free turn to bring in a fairy type and just block the move completely. Ooh. Ouch. Well, let's bring in Victory Bell then, because it resists Bubble Beam. It's a really powerful bubble, like even for a crit, that was powerful coming off. Well done. Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed is it's a powered up quick attack. Extreme Speed has extremely high priority. It'll always go first, and it's as opposed to quick attack, which is 40 base power. Extreme Speed is 80. So Cast Form probably isn't a threat, but I'm going to Fire Blast tonight. Cast Form has very weak stats across the board, and its gimmick is that it changes its type in Rain, Sun, and Hail. It's a very, very weak Pokemon. It's pretty much never going to be a threat. Like even here in a randomizer, I'm not scared of it. Like when it could know literally anything. Oh, bye, Bobby. Oh, I forgot to mention, of course, it's a water dark type cast form here, and its basic form is pure normal. Switch Victor Bell out for Leroth, and Lyron just keeps smashing into it. Rolling kick. That would actually hurt Lyron quite a bit. Yeah, you see, Vigoroth, even against something as weak as Catapult, Vigoroth isn't very powerful either, really. It's got a really good, useful stab move. It only becomes really powerful once it evolves into Slacking, and then you just have to deal with one being able to attack right the turn. I think Vigoroth has 90 next that, and Lyron's last move is Mimic. That's really not very useful. What Mimic does is for the duration of the battle, you copy. I think it's always the last move the opponent used that Mimic copies, and for the rest of the battle, you can have that move instead of Mimic. Like once you use it, but you have to spend a turn using it, and that's really not very helpful. I can't think of any situations where Mimic's useful except in like very niche double battle stuff. Let's just... I think I might need to turn that down just a little bit. There, that should be fine. Oop. Okay, here we go. I'm getting good performance from the stream tonight, that's nice. Not a single drop frame. Hitbox has definitely been proving far more reliable than Twitch has. Last time I was trying to stream this, I got frame dropped everywhere. There's nothing particularly interesting in this building. It's just a few winding corridors of trainers. That's a Latios. That's a legendary type. It's a Dragon Psychic. Now, fortunately, we've got a couple of Pokemon here that know Ice moves, but hopefully that Latios doesn't know anything too powerful. Otherwise, it is going to cause trouble for us. Lord's Head, so that's the wind-up turn for Skull Bash. That's not particularly scary, which is good. Of course, we know it's a randomizer, but it only randomizes the Pokemon. It doesn't like give them random items or anything. And so we know, thankfully, it's not holding the Soul Dew, which is an item. Ooh, that's Blast Burn. That's Bulbasaur isn't taking that. Ouch. Fortunately, Blast Burn does mean that Shift-Rai is going to have to spend a turn on action. It's a fire type Hyper Beam, basically, and it's going to cost that Shift-Rai a turn. Have to recharge. Of course it misses. Skull Bash. It's going to do fucking nothing. If it tries to hit Onder, it doesn't affect Onder. Tries to hit Lyron. Lyron's got huge defense and resists normal by 4 times. So That was nice! Looks like a very weak move, but Shift Rise Grass Dark, so it's 4 times super effective on, or it's 4 times the damage on it, a bug move like that. So that's nice. Let's try mimicking that out, see if we can pick up. Something funny's going on. The music glitch again. Sorry about that, everyone. There's nothing I can really do about that. I don't know what's causing it. Yeah. Okay, Skull Bash. Skull Bash, that's a nice, powerful move. Probably worth using here. Leiron's got high enough attack stat that it's... Well, Hunter's going to finish it with Icy Wind before this happens, but... Okay, there goes Latios. Right. There we go. I'm not going to bother healing Bulbasaur. Just one battle. We'll just bring Victory Bell in. And no items in that room. There's an item here. Yeah. 1 revive. Very nice. Okay, almost at the top. Up those stairs is the top of the building, where you have the. There's a mini boss, a pair of mini boss fights waiting at the top. So I'll definitely heal up before I go into those. Again with the music glitching. Sorry, I wonder if there's. I really don't think there's anything I can do about that. Slow, bro. Now that could be a bit of a problem because it's a that's also a bit of a problem. So Calvin's fairly defensively oriented, pure poison type with Levitate, which makes it immune to ground moves, one of its main weaknesses. So it gets immunity to its big weakness. That's its. And then Slowbro is a water psychic type, very famously defensive water psychic type. Very high defense, very hard to deal with here in Gen 3. There's a sort of a distinct lack of moves that are really good for dealing with Slowbro here. Like when for a team that our team here is pretty much all physical attackers. Maybe we can mimic something useful from it. I'm hoping. Mega Kick. That's... Well, it's alright. Oh, right, I can use haste to block the stat change, but we don't need to worry about that for now. Mega Kick is it's a powerful normal type move. It's a lot less accurate than you'd like. Hi, Joe! Oh! extremely powerful fighting type move that later on is quadruply weak to. Slow Row doesn't even have particularly high attack stats, and it still did that to later on. Yeah, it's a very powerful move. That's really nasty. This battle's going to be tough. Yeah. And it knows Leaf Blade. Which actually works off Slow Rose really. It's special attack. Now, if I could have mimicked that, that would have been wonderful. Alright, Snubble has Toxic. Okay. I've forgotten about that. Okay, so we can Toxic the Slow Run, like, at least guaranteed to wear it down that way. God, that Slow Row has good moves. I wish I had it on my team. It'd be really nice to be able to catch that. Really, really nice to be able to catch that. But yeah, and randomizers. What can you do? Okay, Snubble, you just need to take one turn. Okay, come on. Get the Toxic off. I wonder if this coughing has any attacking moves at all. It might not. It should be interesting, of course. Okay, well, we should get another move for Victory Bell here. Maybe it'll be also be something useful. Be really nice. There's no shadow Pokemon at all to catch on the climb up the building, by the way. We won't get another shadow Pokemon to catch until we're at the top. So. Fissure! It knows Fissure. Fissure is a move that causes instant KO. Now, it only has 30% accuracy. It's like a 1 in 3 chance of, slightly under 1 in 3 chance of hitting. And you can't use it on any Pokemon that's higher level than you, but that coughing's higher level than pretty much our entire party at this point. So the only thing that that Fissure can't hit on our team is Haunter. Haunter, of course, because it's got Levitate and also because it's leveled up enough. But Crush Claw! Okay, well that's a decently powerful normal type move that has a chance of lowering the opponent's defense. It's a pretty good move. Generally, it's not one you'll ever see in like competitive play or anything, because they're like you're almost always, if you're looking for a normal type move, you'll be using Body Slam or Return for physical normal moves, because you want the higher power. Return if your Pokemon has maxed happiness levels, you know. It's extreme bar. It's like 110 strength, I think. And Crush Claw is 70. So, like, Crush Claw isn't a bad move. It's just it gets outclassed in very high level play. But for now, I'll certainly take it. I definitely need to go back and heal after that. Our team took a real walloping there. Heal up. back to the top. Hopefully this battle won't be so difficult that we need to go back and heal up again. But another Crawdont and Jinx, the ice psychic type with the long cry that famously had the debate about whether or not it's racist. It's an ice psychic type, has very low physical defense, so it'll die pretty quickly here too. Okay, it's faster and it's got Psybeam, which is super effective on both party members. It's got Stab, it's critical. Jinx is good special attack, so that equals bye Victory Bell. So let's bring in Leiron here, which is resistant to both ice and psychic. Good attack, can probably take Jinx out without too much trouble. Haunter doesn't really have much to... Oh, Mist Ball! That's another psychic move. It's the signature move of Latias. Well, let's try and get some of that health back with Leech Life. Let's see how much it does. Jinx has very low physical defense, so we might actually do some pretty decent damage with this. Let's find out. Let's experiment. Psybeam, which probably be attacking Haunter with it. Yeah. Hi, Haunter. And Snowball, you get in here. So yeah, we are going to have to heal up after this battle. And it knows Mud Shot. Leiron is of course quad weak too. I'm very surprised that didn't KO it. Crawdont does have the attack power to do that. That's actually genuinely surprising to me. Okay, Snubble. Get that stab spike cannon going. Please don't. Please take a hit. Take a hit. Take a hit. Take a hit. Come on. Never mind. We might even lose this battle. See, this is the when you got a randomizer like this, and your team can't, most of your team can't level up, because you have to go through like a third of the game before you can purify a shadow Pokemon and level them up. Okay, right. It knows rest. Wonderful. It's fine. Okay, critical. Yeah. You're not surviving now. Right, well that battle got way too close. Back downstairs to heal. There we go. Yeah. Now we can finally go and take on the mini bosses. Okay, let's do them in here. I have to go through the cutscene first, of course. Yeah, of course. Shocking twist. Silva didn't realise that Liu King has had his Puzzle kidnapped. So this is the first one. You've got Wraith and Politoad and Moltres. Okay, so in the original game, when you're not playing hacks like this, that Politoad is a Remoraid. And Remoraid is, of course, is a very weak, very fragile Pokemon. It's level 20, which is like lower than everything else, almost everything else in the game. Your Pokemon are way more powerful than that. So it's actually quite difficult to capture that without KOing it. Fortunately here, we can use Haunter's Icy Wind to just give it a little tap and weaken it down in order to try and just chuck balls at it while we focus on the Moltres. Moltres, of course, is a legendary Pokemon. It's using Curse, which is a move that, if you're not a Ghost type, you lowers your speed by 1 stage, but boosts your attack and defense by 1. And of course it knows Slimy. Why wouldn't it know Slimy? And if you are a Ghost, it cuts your HP by half, and then puts a curse on the opponent, and the curse will take 25% of your match XP every turn. It's not very useful to do that, honestly. So you'll pretty much only ever see Curse being used by types that aren't Ghosts, unless you're playing in-game stuff like in PvP stuff and high-end play. You won't ever see people using Curse. You'll see AI opponents occasionally use it because they don't know any better. Okay, it knows Extreme Speed. That's at +1. No Blast. This is Pokemon Colosseum randomized. This is a randomizer of Pokemon Colosseum. All the Pokemon that everyone has and the moves they learn are all scrambled. I wonder if I could take a Sludge. Wander does have very weak physical attack. I don't want to miss out being able to catch that Politoad. Well, because I have to come back post game and get it, and that's just a. Oh no, it's poisoned! That's not good. Ow! No Sky Uppercut. That's a quite powerful physical fighting move. The Sky Uppercut's gimmick is that can hit Pokemon that are flying, like during the charge up turn of fly. But yes, Blast Poison makes it easier to catch, but it also means it loses HP every turn, and I can't stop it from being poisoned. So it could, if I fail to catch it, it'll it can get KO'd before. And I'm an idiot who didn't save beforehand, so. Okay, never mind. Okay, Jigglypuff. Still Gen 3, so it's still a pure normal type. Now, we are actually in big trouble here. Because you have to fight both Wreath and her compatriot Pheroma in a row. So, us taking all this damage here in this fight is going to leave us really screwed in the next round against her ally. Yeah, we're gonna lose this. That Sky Uppercut, that's nasty. Of course, Jigglypuff has Blast Burn. Everyone else knows good moves. We know none of them. Do I even have revives? I have one. Well, I'm not going to waste it here. This team is way too weak to fighting. Of course. Of course. Well, Hunter sure as hell is going to solo this fight and the next fight. But we'll give it a try anyway. One more of those. Wait, that Moltres, it doesn't have anything that can hit Haunter. That's pretty amusing, actually. We might be able to pull this out after all. Okay, right. So let's see. We have a Super Potion. I can use that in Haunter. Now, if I use Icy Wind here, and it actually hits, I can take them both out. And then in the next battle, I can use the Revive to bring back one Pokemon. Okay. 33, very nice. So now here's the real trouble. Pheroma, who has also has a much more powerful setup. In the original game, it's a Mantai she has. Here it's, I think it's the Noctowl. Yep. So let's take a gamble with a Revive. We'll bring back Lairon because it's the one that can most likely take hits. Okay, Spore. That's annoying. Spore is a perfectly accurate sleep move. It's the only perfectly accurate sleep move. Generally, it's only learned by Pokemon with some sort of mushroom theme. What do we do here? How to handle this? Well, we'll start with an Icy Wind, and I'll call later on to wake it up. Something, of course, you can only do Colosseum and XD. That's Follow Me. That forces all moves used. It always goes first, if I remember right. And it forces all moves used on that the enemy uses that turn to target whatever Pokemon used Follow Me. So, of course, obviously only useful in double battles or triple battles, which but it can provide for some interesting strategies. I have a potion. Let's use it on Hunter. Try and keep it alive. Another Icy Wind. That should get Noctowl pretty weak, so we can. I think we can start chucking balls at it. This is this is really difficult. Not easy. And this is part of why I really love randomizers, because you can find yourself getting stuck into really difficult fights in situations like this. It makes for wonderfully interesting sort of scenarios. Come on, get him. Ah! Okay. Drowsy might not have any attacking moves, which would be nice. But at this rate, Noctowl is going to KO Hunter before we can stop it. Alright, yes. Keep doing the Pokeball glitch. Later on, call and wake up. Yes! Okay, one less Pokemon that we need to worry about. Oh dear, that's a Granbull. Another Pokemon went on to become a fairy type. Here it's pure normal. High attack stat has Intimidate. High attack, defense, low everything else. So it's let's use Bounce to try and keep Hunter alive longer. And we can use Leech Life to get HP back on Lairon. Because it's super... Oh, that's Magnitude! Well, never mind, Lairon's gone. Of course, Drowsy's probably gone as well. Magnitude's a ground move. It does random damage based on whatever magnitude you pull off. If we're lucky, that's Granville's only move, because Magnitude cannot hit Hunter. Paralyzed. That's very good. Drowsy getting a Spore off on Hunter is very much not good. Confuse Ray. Oh, this is so tense. And of course I have nothing that can... Okay, I can full heal it. Let's see what that does. Drowsy's going to use Spore again. Now, does Granville use Confuse Ray again? If so, that probably means that its only move that can hit Haunter is Confuse Ray. Yeah, it is. So we have to just hope that Haunter just gets a turn where it doesn't KO itself. Because if it hits itself, it will do it. Okay, she's pulling Granville back. So Wilbur probably does have a move that can hit Haunter. So let's bounce or try it. Turn in the air means they're wasting. We have no healing moves, and so this fight, yeah, this fight is lost. There's no way I can take that. Yeah. Oh. Well, I think I made a very valiant attempt at it. And I think that counts as a good try. Yeah, none of these Pokemon know a move that would really be useful. I mean, I could maybe try bringing... There's none of those moves that would really help, so... Wait, if I go back and fight them again, do they have they replaced their Shadow Pokemon with something else, or are they just down a team slot? I honestly don't know. I've never had this happen before. You know, I've never lost a Wreath of Fairma after snagging the Pokemon before. That's something. So let's go and find out. Oh no, it goes straight back to Fairma. Okay, so it counts as interesting. So we'll have to fight the one of them again. So we'll make another stab at this. And okay, so she does replace it. And she... Wait, that's a Wait. Interesting. It counts. The game is treating this as a completely different instance. Completely different. It's calling up. So it's completely randomizing the entire team again because I already caught the Noctowl. It's calling up a completely different set of trainer files. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it's doing. And that's why she's got a completely different team. Well, let's see how this is Let's see how this goes. Venusaur obviously is the one with actual stats, so it's the one we need to worry about. That's actually really interesting that it does that. That's something I didn't do. Okay, Icicle Spear. That's ice move. It's like Spike Cannon that Snubbull has, or Fury Attack, or whatever. It's hits 2 to 5 times. Each hit's pretty weak, but Commonly used by cloisters that have the hidden ability Skill Link, which makes all multi-hit moves hit for the guaranteed 5 times. So on a cloister that's used Shell Smash first, that becomes a very powerful move indeed. Because, you know, you're getting 5 hits, each of them's with 25 power, so you get 125 power ice move. It's getting total, it's getting stab, and it can break substitutes, and hit focus sashes, and so forth. Very hit through the ability Sturdy, which it acts also basically like focus sash from Gen 5 onwards. Very powerful, very interesting. Okay, now that's a Weedle. Okay, her team is much weaker this time. This is nice. Okay, well, we don't have to worry. So, Vigoroth, go get him. And there we go. That's it for Wreath and Ferma. They just run off. I think they turn up in the jail later. Okay, so we've got Silva off stage. Now we know that Mirabee isn't here at the top of the building. He's hiding off in the taunting us about Plusel. He's hiding off in the cave that can be accessed through the, if you head that way, there's cave. But I think the cave is basically a whole other dungeon. So I think we'll save that for next time. Grab ourselves these 3 hack potions. Go through this, which is a one-way door. So we have to climb back up again. Yep. Annoying, but what can you do? We'll heal up, we'll save. And we'll call it a stream. See it work? Yeah, okay, there we go. So, next time, I think before taking on the cave, we'll try and we'll do a little bit of training with the shadow Pokemon that we captured and see if we can't figure out if they have any useful moves for going in there to avoid a repeat of the situations we had climbing up. So, see you then. Bye.